Check this out, guys. Maybe some of you have already seen this, but let's watch it together. It's definitely...
Controversy. And some people were saying things like, if humans evolved from monkeys, why are there still monkeys? That isn't really true and isn't what evolution is about, but the fact that both are still around shows that neither is necessarily better than the other, and in fact both are completely viable builds with their own strengths and weaknesses. But it is true that in the current meta that not every class is equal, and it's important to recognize inherently over or underpowered classes and bring it to the attention of the dev. Starting at the bottom with the F tier, of course we have Pandas. Really just an extremely weak PvE class. Has the highest DPS versus bamboo out of any animal, but is weak against pretty much everything and has horrendous PvP. Learns to roll at an early level, but that's mostly useless outside of For Glory and Dark Souls. At the D tier we have ducks. Again, really, I don't know why ducks are alive. They can do everything, but they're really bad at all of it. At the C tier we have rhinos and elephants. They both seem like great choices, too big to be eaten, and both have strong PvE and PvP. But they've really taken a hit from the newer poaching quests and are still getting hard countered by being turned into medicine that doesn't work. So the B tier we have sharks. 100 years ago, sharks would be an S tier choice. No natural predators, tons of food to eat, and a proven track record of millions of years. But with the new global warming balance update, they're kind of struggling. But maybe with future nerfs to the suit making profession, we can see them make a comeback. Also at the B tier we have eagles. Top of the food chain, flying, majestic, symbol of freedom, balding.
Aww.
At the A tier we have dogs. Really increased in viability since the introduction of the domestication perk. High investments in the happiness, friendliness, and tail wagging tree, and the only real shortcoming is a sadly short lifespan. Of course we also have cats. Basically a more disinterested and self-centered dog that can survive higher drops and only wants to be around you when it wants to be pet or you have food. Also pretty viable. So for the S tier, we have mosquitoes. Really powerful PvP, high respawn rate, flying perk, but also extremely low HP. Weaknesses include spiders, candles, and making friends, but again, really solid track record.
And making
we have
friends.
ants, also from the insect race like mosquitoes, but one of the more ingenious varieties. While each member is of very low intelligence, like Redditors, they work collectively to assume a single body of thought that's then carried out by each individual without further consideration. And of course we have humans, really rough in the early game, but eventually they develop the strongest PvP and PvE out of any class and definitely have the highest skill cap. Their only real weaknesses are cancer, disease, and prolonged introspection. One of the more interesting human mechanics is the ability to exchange playtime for in-game currency. Popular strategy is trying to accumulate as much money as possible for endgame so you can afford to do things you can't do anymore. But long story short, as long as you pick one of the stronger starting regions on this list, there's really no way you can go wrong. So that's pretty much how it stands at the moment. The list isn't complete, as you can obviously tell, but if you're wondering about any particular classes, you can leave a comment and I'll try to get back to you. And definitely watch out for some of the higher level human players like Elon Musk who are trying to find novel glitches to get out of the game world. And lastly, be sure to stay up to date with the upcoming global warming patch. Rumor says that penguins are still getting screwed in that one, but there should be buffs for Canada.
There should be buffs for Canada. I love... Best video.